we were doing good on time, and then all of a sudden I looked and I had like 40 seconds left of that Def Leppard song, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't even put the link together. I don't know what we're doing. Unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Right. Yep. Yeah. Didn't you spill something the other day? Yeah. Like it's like soaking wet. Yeah, but it would is it if nothing else is wet. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Do you have like a drain underneath that? Yeah, dude, that's gross. It's very gross. Rugs aren't supposed to be that wet. No, that's gross. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That could be some some ghost stuff, some what's the word? I can't think of it. Some paranormal stuff, right? Did your cat have to did your cat really have to go? Yeah. I'm guessing if it's that wet. I mean, yeah, that much you'd be able to smell. You'd be able to smell for sure. Yeah, maybe your wife's pulling a prank on you. Is that the kind of prank she would do? Go down there in the middle of the night and just dump a bunch of water on that rug? There's no one. Is there a drain underneath it? Weird, dude. Weird. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, maybe some. Oh, you're dead. You are dead. Yeah, maybe move the wet rug away from all the electronics there, Hunter. There's an idea. Yeah, move that sopping wet rug away from all the electrical elements you have over there. There's rogue wires and everything like that. Yeah, we're going. Scott's already said good morning to us, so I'm just waiting on you. There we go. There's my buddy. There's my buddy on the stream, ready to go. I said it's gonna be what so weird. What do you got?
Can you focus through this? If I wear this the entire time?
Yeah, I could. I'm a professional, Hunter. Are you kidding me?
All right, you got
that is kind of creepy though. It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Is that the Purge mask?
I don't know what this is, but it's like the popular mask on. Am I talking clearly, or should I take this off?
No, it's muffled. It's muffled.
Muffled. So I think it is the Purge, but it's like the common mask you can get on like Amazon.
Oh, okay.
You know, nothing
Light up
special
mask.
really, but it does the same thing as the glasses.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's kind of ravey, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It looks like I took a pill.
Yeah, or you took a pill, or you're about ready to.
Hey, you know what? It's Halloween weekend, so
you can't get your pacifier through the. You got to have that opening there. You can't get your pacifier in there. So, are you wearing that tonight while you're DJing? Is that what you're doing?
I think this is supposed to be part of the costume. Yes.
Yeah.
I got. You've seen the glasses.
Yeah. Can you put the glasses on that mask?
No.
Double it up? No. The stunner shades on the mask.
What do you go as Halloween anymore? Everything's been done.
Yeah.
Everything. What's left?
I mean, the only thing you can do is just topical stuff, you know? Like, you know, if you do something that's like in the news. Like you mentioned, there's probably going to be a lot of Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce jerseys out there this year, especially in Kansas City. That's you know what? You go downtown Kansas City this weekend, all the Halloween parties, it's going to be nothing but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I don't even know if I'd go out at that point. If I live in Kansas City, I don't think I go out.
Yeah.
I think I'm just, okay, they're all going to be Travis Kelce. They're all going to be
Yeah.
Forget that, man.
Because girls will love it because they get to dress up like Taylor Swift and look cute, and guys will love it because all they have to do is throw on and all guys have to do is throw on a Travis Kelce jersey, a Kansas City jersey. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And the Ken and Barbie one, that one will probably be big. I think we talked about like the popular TikTok costumes this year. So
hey, just throw on the Ronald McDonald red lipstick and go with Taylor Swift. Make sure you don't go tanning.
I want to see someone dress as Ronald McDonald and then someone else with him as Travis Kelce. That'd be great. That'd be great. You see, that's actually what's kind of nice now about having the kiddo is because all my costumes are going to be super easy now. It's just going to be like, all right, I'll just match. We'll just do family costumes. Will you take the mask off and take a drink? You're drinking through a mask that's got wires running through it. How'd Hunter die? Well,
all of a sudden,
I didn't hit the button. I'm really getting electrocuted. It's ridiculous. Anyway. All right. Well, hey, we got to keep things moving here. Don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch, Facebook, the Plan B Morning Show page, a YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that for web exclusive content. Right now, it's time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it. Pump it. Yeah, pump it. Yeah, pump it. Actually, speaking of Pump That Septic, I was going to bring this up before, and then I got distracted by all the other stuff and us just being behind or whatnot. I did something new, something for the first time yesterday.
What'd you do?
I don't even know how to lead into this.
So you snickered there. You did something stupid.
I made Kiki. I did something in the bathroom so gross that it made Kiki gag. That's never happened before. That's never happened before.
What did you call her in, or was she?
No. I'll be honest. Because your own brand, you know what I mean? Like usually it doesn't seem that bad. Like there's times like, whoa, all right, whoa, but you're used to it, so it doesn't seem as vile and disgusting, right? So I'm trying to tiptoe around this because our boss is going to get mad at us otherwise. But anyway, long story short, I didn't think it was that bad. I just left it be.
It's because it's yours.
That's what I mean. Exactly. It's my own brand, right? So, but after Kiki went in and experienced it, like audible, like I thought,
no,
she was gonna, and I was like, "What? Are you okay?" And she's like, "Are you serious?
Are you okay?" That's probably how she responded.
I'm like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." Yeah, like she was upset, rightfully so. But I thought you might appreciate that. Because as a married man, like honestly, at this point.
So here's the thing. Spam, whatever you eat, all that stuff, the liver pate, the spam, I can't even sardines, like
sardines, delicious. Yeah.
I can't even come up with the stuff that's in your pantry. Like that's why.
Yeah. Is that why? I'm just dying inside.
You're dying.
I don't know, because I haven't had anything crazy the last few days. I've had some venison jerky, some steak.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah. But anyway, so long story short, it's taken 13 years, but I made Kiki audibly and sick, physically sick.
That's not good.
And I'm fairly proud of myself for that. That's not good. Honestly, she's gonna leave me pretty soon. That's what's gonna happen. She's like, I can't. I'm taking the child.
Couldn't take his ass around that. I couldn't take the bathroom. So
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Out.
Rightfully so. I'm gone. Anyway, so I share that with you. Probably need to have my septic pumped after that. Let's see. Why don't we go with this? If you're going to a Halloween party this weekend, make sure to bring the right wine. According to a wine influencer, Kimberly Lazowski, what is a wine influencer? Come on. AKA that blonde wino. These are the perfect candy pairings with your wine. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups with Merlot, Sour Patch Kids with a Pinot, M&M's with a Gamay, peanut M&M's with a Malbec, Starburst. This is so stupid.
Gotta
What are
move on.
people
Next
doing? Yeah,
story.
what is
Sorry.
so dumb?
You know what? There's a bunch of stupid things in this story, and I don't even want to touch it. A wine, yeah. I'm a wine enthusiast or a what?
No,
what
wine influencer. A wine influencer. Come
You
on.
be an influencer for anything now?
You know what? I thought being a wine connoisseur, like one of those wine snobs, was already annoying enough. Now you tack on influencer. I'm a wine influencer. You sound like you're awful at parties. You're just the worst kind of person.
Sounds like you take a lot of selfies. Sounds like
You're
in the bathroom taking selfies at the wine place. That's what it sounds like to me.
At the party where everyone's just drinking wine normally, but you're doing this. You're swirling your glass.
Sounds like you need a real job.
Lot of legs on this one. A lot of legs. This is nice. I can taste the tannins. Is that oak in there that I taste? Is that oak? Yeah. No, there's not oak in there. It's wine. Go ahead, Hunter. You in the back. Yes.
Me with the mask.
Yeah.
Anybody get paid for being an influencer?
Unfortunately, there's people that make a lot of money. There's people that make a lot of money out there. Not a lot.
Who's paying them?
See, here's the problem. And that's why it's snowballed. Is you got like the small group of people that are making millions. You know, like the Kardashians. Yeah. All right, they get paid like $100,000 every time they buy. I use this product, which, by the way, they don't use that product. They don't use that product. I want everyone to know
getting
that, right?
paid.
So then now everyone wants to get paid to do that. Did you see that video of that influencer farm in like Indonesia or something? No joke. This person is walking through this building, dude. It's very Black Mirror-esque, right? This person is and it's literally all these stations, and it's just so like imagine like an office with cubicles, right?
Right.
And it's just all these influencers, and they got the camera right on them, and they're doing all these things, and it's just all these people, one after another, dude. And then
influencer farm, basically.
It was called an influencer farm. Yeah. Well, that's actually, I mean, when you think about it, all these like TikTok stars and everything, they like live together in like they buy these big houses.
I knew that, but I also just assumed that it was like a small group of like 10 people. No. 7 to 10 people that like are the main influencers. I hate saying that word. But they have an actual office building?
Yeah.
Full of influencers.
Yep. Upstairs and downstairs, there was like a gamer guy in there. There was a couple of beauty techs in there. So more people need to see that, because I don't think enough people realize that everything you see online, or at least I'm going to say 99.9% of it, is fake. It's all made up. It's all made up. Like I was watching this video popped up the other day, and it was this lady who was the day in the life of a sick mom and sick kid, and it was this mother. It's just showing what they went through, because her youngster, it looked like maybe like a I don't know, like a 10-month-old, whatever, who was sick. And I just wanted to, and again, this is the commenting thing, which I don't usually bother with anyway. I just want to be like, if you would have spent all the time you spent setting up the camera and editing this video, you could have just spent time with your sick kid instead of doing all of this stuff. For what? For what?
Or doing anything else. Yes, with your sick kid or doing it's just it's not a real job.
No,
it's not a real job. That's not an occupation. What do you do? I'm an influencer. Oh, so you do nothing. You and you put it online.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
Now, here's what I will say this. I'm not saying, hey, go for it. You want to post stuff, you got your photos, your videos, but if your job is online content,
it's not a job.
Like if that's like, today I gotta record myself eating this food, and
that's a hobby.
I don't know.
That's a hobby.
It's a hobby. But here's the bad part, though, is you got people like the Kardashians and those other TikTok, the Logan Pauls and the Pauls of the world that have made a killing. Made a killing on it.
Wait, man. What's your last name again? It's not Kardashian? Then give it up.
Even then, though, they shouldn't. Like, they're famous because Kim K's mom released a sex tape. All right, that's why. That's why. But they get paid a lot. Now we're bitchy this morning. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Long story short, who cares about this wine influencer? That's how we got started on this. This lady who's a wine influencer, who I guarantee, I just after like 3 minutes of talking to her, I'd be like, oh, this is you're just The worst. I don't like you.
You
I don't
look.
want to do
You
this.
know
to
what
you.
it reminds me of? Like a lady
Huh.
on Lifetime or something that's sitting. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She's sitting in her white rich house with her Xanax and her wine and posting. I'm an influencer. No, you're not. You're
Stop,
lucky.
stop it.
You're lucky you have a rich husband and you're sitting
Yeah.
around doing
Yeah.
nothing.
You know,
Nothing.
you got boobs and guys. And again, I've brought this up before. You know whose fault it is, Hunter? I'm going to say it right now, and I'll say it again. And it's the guy's fault.
Sucks.
Oh, by the way, Kiki just messaged me and said, "Why does Hunter sound like he's wearing a mask?" Because he is wearing a mask. When you're on the stream, you'll hear it. Yeah,
I'll take it off after this break.
It is muffled a little bit, but I can muscle through it because it looks kind of cool. But what was I saying? I forgot it. Oh, it's the guy's fault, by the way. It's us as a male species because we only think with our penis. So whenever there's a girl online, whether she's doing squats or she's just trying on outfits or whatever, it's us going, yes, like, love, you're so hot, and then ding, 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 they get the likes, and they just keep going with it.
I'm gonna leave you with this. You're not gonna be sexy forever.
Yeah.
So what do you got? What else do you got in the bank? If you got nothing else,
yeah,
I warned you. I'm warning you.
I am gonna be sexy forever, though. That's a good thing for me. It's a good thing for me. Doesn't matter.
You can't tell, but I'm.
Are you rolling your eyes?
I'm rolling my eyes and laughing.
Rolling your eyes because you know I'm right. Let's move on with this. That was long enough on that. The last thing I'll touch on here, and this is super cool. For $3 million, you can own your own Transformer. All right, like legit Optimus Prime, not quite as big.
I was gonna say not quite as legit.
No,
as
not
one,
like from outer space Transformer, but on planet Earth. A company in Japan has created a 15-foot four-wheeled robot that looks like Mobile Suit Gundam, which is similar to what you'd recognize as a character from Hasbro's Transformers.
Okay.
$3 million, which honestly, it does not seem that crazy for an effing Transformer. It's a giant robot that you can climb into and pilot around in. There are 26 different joints that you can control from the cockpit, and it can also just drive down the street. They made an effing Transformer.
So that's pretty sweet. Honestly.
Right?
Pretty sweet. But let me say something first before I say it's really sweet. Every time I see something like this, it's always kind of janky. It's always kind of big and slow and not like the original. Like when I think of a Transformer, I think of Optimus Prime like running around, jumping around, and doing all the things. And then you see the guy who made the suit, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be. And then it's like, I don't know. It's loud. It's clunky. It's a diesel engine.
But this is the step in the direction of our awesome, sweet Transformer.
So isn't Japan and US doing like a robot battle?
I remember that a couple years ago. They talked about that because like Japan had a robot and then we built a giant robot. And then we're like, oh, we should fight these robots. But then I don't think it never came to fruition. It just was kind of like, I don't know. It just. But that's what we should do.
$3 million.
That's not too bad. You think about that for your own Transformer, for something like that, even if it is big and clunky, dude. You got something.
Wife's not going to be happy about that.
You spent how much on
$3 million?
Honey, it's a Transformer. What do
you really live in? Could you have spent it on something?
You took out a $3 million loan.
It's a Transformer.
What do you say? I'm not supposed to buy this thing? What are you talking about? Well, guess what? You don't get to ride in my Transformer, honey. How about that? That's fine. I'm leaving you. You
know, she would say, who's changing the oil in the damn Transformer? Oh, I didn't think about that.
I don't even know where the oil plug is. I'll be honest. I just bought this thing. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, all right. Good enough. There you go. That's your morning dump. We'll be back.
All right, I'm taking this damn thing off. We'll be right back.
Pump that septic.
Hey.
Jesus, 7:32. When did that happen?
Yeah, right.
All right, got Scott. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Michelle. Great way to start the day. You're right. Good morning, Amanda. Happy Friday indeed. Chad likes your mask, Hunter.
All right.
Thinks it's awesome.
It's itchy.
Say that much.
Hunter sounds very muffled. Can he smell you from yesterday? And he's covering his face to hide your stink. Honestly, with what happened, whew, boy, understandable.
All right, let's see what we got in sports here. Hang on.
Oh, what was I gonna do?
All right, there you go. Rock.
Bam, 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 bam.
F you. YRS.
All right, 30 seconds here, and we'll just go right into sports. Whoa, God. All right, here we go. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Good morning. Welcome to it. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
What's happening? What's happening?
Don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch. Find us on Facebook. Find us on the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that for web exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah, there you go.
Web
More coffee, man.
explosive.
Anyway, we got to keep her moving here. It is time for sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other delicious drinks like Good Boy Vodka Seltzers.
Mhm.
Every pour helps a pup, and Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hey, Bud, and remember to drink wiser, Bud.
Real quick, last night, NHL, Winnipeg Jets, which I had no idea where Winnipeg was last hour. Apparently it's in Canada.
Yeah.
Jets beat the Red Wings 4-1. That was your hockey for the night. Blackhawks playing tonight. They're going to be in Vegas playing the Golden Knights at 6 o'clock. So if you like, skate, puck, fight. Here we go.
Perfect. Good. Great description. Great description.
Like that. Dribble, shoot. That's what you say about basketball.
Yeah, that's basketball. Dribble, shoot.
Which also happened last night. But there are some games tonight. Pistons going to be in Chicago playing. No, I'm sorry. Pistons going to be in Charlotte playing the Hornets at 7 o'clock. Raptors going to be in Chicago playing the Bulls at 8 o'clock. So little NBA action there. Before we get into what we really want to talk about, last night in the NFL, man, the Bills beating the Buccaneers 24-18. Josh Allen threw for 2 TD passes, ran for another. Buffalo Bills hung on to beat the Bucs. Like I said, 24-18 last night after a week of questions about his low energy approach and Buffalo's slow starting offense. So, like I said yesterday, you compare Buffalo to last year's team, much like Mahomes and the Chiefs to last year's teams. Not the same.
I think losing that game to the Chiefs after the coin toss, which one was the playoff game, which was that the one that would send them to the AFC championship game? It would have, right? I think that took some wind out of their sail.
That would have sent them to the Super Bowl, I thought.
Was it that one?
I think so.
I think you are right. Either way, it was whatever that big game was, and it literally came down to a coin toss, and the Chiefs won the coin toss, and they scored like they do.
That's it.
Both good teams, but I think that took a little bit of wind out of the Buffalo Bills sail. Obviously, they're still an elite team. They're still playing really well, but I think that messed with them a little bit. I really
think
do.
You're right on that. I think you're sniffing that one out, and definitely the team has been a little bit different since then. Not to say that at any given moment the Buffalo Bills can be electric and just turn it on.
Oh, for sure. They're still a great team, but I really think that was just like, come on, coin toss.
Who's the best team in the NFL right now?
49ers. 49ers.
They
for
just
sure.
lost.
Yeah, but every team has lost this year. Every team. There's not a single undefeated team.
Niners
Okay,
are the best
look,
team.
Niners or
so-
Eagles. I think it's either the Niners or the Eagles.
So that might change because Brock Purdy got a concussion.
Really?
Yeah, so that was
I didn't
kind
know.
of undisclosed, kind of not really heard of until after the game. So I believe it was a QB sneak. Actually, I heard this over a haircut yesterday. QB sneak, Josh Allen, his own player, hit him in the head
Ooh.
somehow.
Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy. Yeah, his own player. He smacked his own player, got a concussion, ended up throwing 2 INTs after that. And then after the game, they
Ooh.
kind of like, how do you feel? Like, what are your symptoms? Blah, blah, blah. Definitely had a concussion.
He's there at the press conference. I'm fine.
Oh,
Fine.
cross-eyed.
Cross.
I'm okay. But yeah, and so that was disclosed after the game. Be out.
Yeah.
Which who they go to then? Who's their 4th-string quarterback?
Yeah, right. Because he was the third stringer.
He
for
was the
God's
3rd
sakes.
string
Yeah.
for a while.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, okay. Well, then if that's the case, depending on when he comes back, because they're still stacked. They are still absolutely stacked. Then it's got to be the Eagles. The Eagles got to be the best team.
Eagles, or what about Miami?
Oh, okay. All right.
What about
I
Miami?
guess I haven't seen enough from. Okay, not taking anything from Tua, but this is like the first season Tua has really been
Just been electric.
that
every
everyone because everyone was talking about Tua Tagovailoa, whatever it is that everyone was all excited. Then he got injured. He got like 3 concussions, and he really didn't. And now this year with Tyreek and kind of the dynamic and their coach, who's done a great job, different for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I mean, you got your Niners, you got Miami, obviously the Chiefs. I hate
Chiefs.
saying it, but I mean, let's
And
be
the
honest
Eagles,
here.
And the Eagles
Eagles.
right there. So yeah, that's why I would pick maybe the Eagles over the Dolphins, just because Jalen Hurts, I've seen him prove himself, make it to the Super Bowl, do all that fun stuff. So
Jalen Hurts is no joke.
Yep.
It's no joke. Anyway, there are some games this weekend. Actually, Sunday, Saints going to be in Indianapolis playing the Colts at 1:00. These are the local ones that they list.
Yeah.
Bears going to be in Los Angeles playing the Chargers at 8:20. So Bears got the night game there.
night game. There you go.
Bears
Hey,
got the primetime game.
They're showing some stuff. They're on the move. They've got a couple wins under their belt. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So listen to this, Tyson Bagent. Am I saying that right? Tyson Bagent.
It's a weird name. And we don't have a ton of time to talk about this, but I think we should touch on it because there's some rumblings in
Just going to read
Chicago.
this story here real quick. Tyson Bagent generated plenty of headlines and leading Chicago Bears to a victory in his first NFL start. This was last week. The undrafted rookie gets a chance on primetime, like we were just talking about, on the primetime stage to show that he is more than just a one-game wonder. Hopefully, maybe.
Mhm.
There's a lot of pressure that comes with that, though. Tyson Bagent. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But you know what? You know what I know? The dude has an NFL contract, which means he's nasty.
Yeah. Obviously, clearly he's elite. He's in the NFL.
Yep.
He came in and played a great game while the injured Justin Fields sat on the sidelines. However, though, Fields did get the win for him the week before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you do?
What about the week before that? And the week before that? No, I think you start exploring different options.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let's be honest. If you're in the NFL, you should know it's a cutthroat business.
Yep.
There's millions of dollars being traded every single day in this business. All right. It's a cutthroat business. If you don't perform, you're out. Don't feel bad. Don't bitch. Don't whine. You didn't perform.
Right.
That's it. You're out. There should be no emotions in the NFL, really. There should be no relations, really. There should be, you should maybe with your coach and have a slight relation, But let's be honest. You throw a couple interceptions, you're out. You're done.
Yeah, you got to do your job. What
All
you're
that
paid
time
millions
that you
to do.
spent your whole life training, working out, going to camps, studying,
Mhm.
couple INTs.
Yeah, I think players should be held accountable, and there's some players that, again, that's why. Like, I'm sorry, like Jimmy Garoppolo. How do you still have a job? Because
here's
you were
what
on a
it is.
great team that carried you, and so it got, you know what I mean?
With Justin Fields, phenomenal quarterback.
Mhm.
Just not in Chicago.
Not the Chicago guy.
Some QBs, I believe, fit in different systems way better than where they're
Right.
at currently.
Right.
You know, you move things around a little bit, and all of a sudden, boom. Like, for instance, Baker Mayfield
Mm-hmm.
sucked in Cleveland. Look what he's doing now in Tampa.
Stafford.
I mean, they
Matt
lost
Stafford.
Stafford.
Right. Yeah.
Great
Stafford
example.
literally didn't make it to the playoffs. Didn't even get close to the playoffs with Detroit.
Wins the Super Bowl.
Wins the Super Bowl. First season in lost or in
Just some QBs fit in
no.
different situations way better. You
Yep.
know, and I don't want to dog the Bears fans because they're already on the low.
Yeah.
But I don't think Justin Fields is your quarterback.
He's the guy. Yeah.
And I think I could have told you that last year, honestly.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens on Monday. We can talk more about this on Monday because they play the Monday night they play the late game. So we can talk more about this on Monday and see what happens with the Bears. And
That's
the
right. Hey,
saga
Monday's game is Vegas. Going to be Detroit playing the Lions.
in Detroit. Yep.
And you can catch that here on this station.
We'll talk all about that on Monday. Get you geared up for the Monday Night Football. But that's good enough for now. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. All right.
All right.
Good. Like everything's recording today, unlike yesterday. All right. Topic of the day.
Zool's got one of those sleep things that like plays rain or plays crickets or plays.
Oh, yeah. The sound machines.
Yeah.
I do. I just tell my that's the only thing that Google upstairs does. I just say, hey, play rain and thunderstorms. Trying to find our.
Really? Terry messaged me back. Actually, we should save this for air. Or should I say that on air? I'll just read it to you real quick. Terry responds, your account was hacked and was used in a cyber attack on our servers. We had to call experts yesterday to clean our servers. Your account was locked until we finished clearing things up. Sorry for the bad news.
All right, hold on. All righty, good morning. Way to go, Hunter.
Well, what did I do? I didn't do a
You
damn
got us
thing.
hacked, man.
So can I read that?
Yeah.
You can read that on there, right?
It's
That's
locked up now, so there's nothing you can do now.
So I sent a message to our seriously and responding at 6:35 in the morning. I don't even know why I texted him that early. Damn it. Anyway, I sent him a picture of like my account. I can't get into my email, my work
You're
email.
locked out. Yeah.
And he responds, and this is verbatim. I'm going to just read this. Your account was hacked and was used in a cyber attack on our servers. We had to call in experts yesterday to clean our servers. Your account will stay locked until we finish clearing things up. Sorry for the bad news. I didn't do anything. I
Oh,
literally
sure,
just
what a-
like check my
you just-
email. That's
You're just clicking everything. You're clicking links all over, sending videos. Way to go. Way
how
to
is
go.
that? How does that happen?
I
Like,
can't
someone's
say anything.
hacked?
I did a risky click at work here, and it's almost worse because I'm in the building. Like you, we can kind of contain you, but like I did a risky email click, and yeah,
I got a
we had to
question.
shut it down for a
So-
while.
Terry does send out a lot of emails saying, "Hey, this is another example of a sketchy email. Don't click on it." Do I get those in Gmail? Or is it just Microsoft? Or is it just Outlook that's getting these sketchy emails? Because I've never had a problem with clicking something in Gmail and my computer just locking me up.
Yeah,
You know, who's hacking? And you know what? Go ahead and hack me. You're not going to find anything. You're
Well,
going to find show prep. That's all you're going to
Yeah.
find.
yeah.
Now, if
Penis
you hack my
pictures.
phone, that might be
Yeah.
a different story.
Penis pictures and show prep. Yeah. Well, yeah, just don't click anything. Don't click anything. Don't touch anything. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. That's my mantra. I just delete all the emails, whether they're from our boss or just from hackers, whatever. It doesn't
My
matter.
carpet's soaking wet for some reason, and I can't get into my email. What is
It's
going on this morning?
Halloween weekend, bro. You're
Man.
dead. You are dead.
Final destination situation.
Yeah, I told you, you're dead. Don't even leave your house. Well, look, we got to keep things moving here. It's time for your topic of the day, brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spirit wear, equipment, and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. What is something that is normal now, but will be seen as, wow, they did that in 50 years?
Mhm.
So like much like what we do, Hunter, when we look back 50 years ago,
Yep.
which also doesn't feel like that long ago. I know 50 years is a long time, but I mean, 50 years ago, wasn't that the 70s now at this
Yeah,
point? It doesn't
70s.
seem that crazy.
Dude, you know what?
But
It's
yeah.
crazy fact, 90s, 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
The 90s were 30 years ago. Think about
Yep.
that. Just say that to yourself
1993.
a few times and think, wait,
Yep.
what?
1993 was 30 years ago.
30 years ago. Damn.
Weird.
Damn. Okay, I'm going to kick it off with a good one.
Okay.
Driving.
You think so?
Yep. You won't be driving in 50 years. No, you
Okay.
won't be driving in 15 years
Okay, wait. Now, do you mean like at all?
at all.
Or is there going to be like special places you can go and get
You-
on like
so
a race?
this is what's
going to
happen. You think I'm crazy by saying this? You're like, there's no way. But I'm gonna have my car that I drive, just for fun and leisure and blah. No.
Don't think so, huh?
It's because it's gonna be so convenient that you won't even think about it.
Right. Okay.
It's
So-
gonna be
so
so convenient and so set up to where you're like, why would I drive?
see, now here's the only thing. 50 years, you and I will actually, no, yeah, 50 years, you and I, if we make it, we're going to be 80.
Good example.
So
How many times you see a horse and carriage go down the road?
true, but Hunter, I don't know if you can compare a horse and a carriage to an actual
car?
gasoline motor to a car. I
No,
don't
that's a
think so.
great example.
Here's
So
here's no,
why
here's
would
where
you
I'm
be
at.
getting a horse and carriage when you have a car? When I can get in a
Here's-
car and haul ass?
Here's
why
where
would
I'm
I-
at though.
Okay.
We still have people now though that enjoy driving. We still have generations. Now it is getting less. So I don't know if in 50 years we're going to be right on. I
It'll
think
be-
a lot less people are going to be driving, but I think there's still going to be those Gen Zers and Zoomers that still got their driver's licenses and enjoy the driving. But now the generation after that,
Yeah.
where does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I also believe in this too. You're not going to have a choice.
See, because for me, though, let's say I am 50 years from now, I'm still able to drive. I'm still going to want to maybe take my old car out
They won't let you.
on a Sunday
They won't let you.
or go to a track.
Here's
and
why
rip
they won't
around.
let you. Is because nobody else is doing it, and you're a risk then.
Well, okay, then maybe going to
Like a
areas
track.
where you can, like a track, right?
That
No,
yes,
I don't
that
think
yes,
you're far off.
you're
I
right
don't
on that.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
take it somewhere and drive. But as far as driving around on the roads in 50 years,
Yep.
you're not. You won't be able.
Yeah.
It'll be
Which
all
honestly-
robots. It'll be all automated. It'll come pick you up. You'll click your phone. Boom! That car will be right there in front of your house. You
Yeah.
hop in, and after that first ride, you're gonna be like, I'm never driving again.
Honestly,
This
I
is-
almost
this
got
is too
hit.
Convenient.
I almost got hit by some idiot down in South Bend yesterday,
No more.
and it's like, God, I have no problem with it. I have no problem getting in a car saying, car, take me to
Yeah.
123 Johnson Street. And
It's kind
it
of a
just
weird
goes.
thing to think about, but that kind of is a good analogy with the horse and carriage in the car. You don't see them around anymore. And when you do see them, the horse and carriage, you're like, wow, look at that. You stare at it for a while because nobody wants to do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient, just like cars will be in 50 years. Inconvenient.
Yeah.
Emissions. You
I
got
tell
to
you,
actually do something, which
honestly,
nobody
you know
wants
what,
to
dude?
do anymore.
You know what is nice? Mackinac Island. You go there, no cars on that road, no cars on that island. And honestly, it's kind of nice.
Pretty
It's
nice.
just horse and carriage, though. It's just horse and carriage,
Oh, I
but
didn't know
and
that.
bikes. But you know what is nice? You don't got some idiot in a Ford Fiesta who doesn't know how to
Mhm.
drive
Mhm.
almost take your life because you know.
Do I want it to go that way? No, I love driving.
Yeah.
100%.
Again, Hunter, we're gonna be 80. I don't think we're gonna make it that far. That's
I don't
50
think
years
we'll be
from now.
driving anyway.
That's a hope not. Good answer. I like that. What's something that is normal now but will be seen as wow? They did that in 50 years. For me, I think like single-use plastics or single-use paper plates, anything like that. Anything that's disposable in that sense.
Mhm.
I hope to God is taken care of. I hope it's. I feel terrible now
I don't
every
think
time
you're, I don't think
use.
you're wrong on that.
I feel terrible now using a paper plate because I'm like, oh my God, just wash the dishes, man. But
Mhm.
I don't know what the fix is because either cleaning dishes and all that stuff will become literally you'll eat off of it and the plate will fall into the table and it'll get cleaned and it'll be stocked. You know
All
what I mean?
automated. Yeah.
But yeah, like I hope to God single-use plastics. I feel so terrible with some of the stuff, like even for Riley, like some of the snack foods that we get,
Mhm.
and they come in all these little, and I'm like, oh my God, this is just gonna go in a landfill.
Well, it's like once you see that picture of all the K cups in the water, whatever that picture
Oh my
was,
God, dude.
then you
Yeah.
start then you start to think,
Yep.
and you're like, damn, that's right.
Yep.
It's got to go somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's
Where's
got
it
to go
going?
somewhere.
Yeah.
Didn't they come up with a hemp thing where like hemp bottles, like
Here's the
they're
thing. Hemp was
biodegradable and they
huge back in like the early 1900s. We were using hemp for all sorts of stuff,
Mhm.
and then we just found a way to make plastics, and we're like, oh, okay.
when
Yeah.
people started getting high,
Yep.
and they're like, no more.
The same thing, dude. Electric cars. There was some of the first vehicles were electric.
Mhm.
I don't want to go down this. Hey, we should.
You're not
But
wrong.
seriously, some of the first. But then combustion engines just became easier and cheaper to make, and so batteries just went by the wayside.
Mhm.
Just went by the wayside. But there was electric cars in
Early
like
1900s.
18
Yeah.
early 18, late 1800s, like
Yeah.
18 something. So, but it's just we found a cheaper, and I hope that we can get past, or maybe technology will get us to a point where cheap and easier also is better for the environment.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm hoping in 50
We
years
can
they
do
look at
a
us.
lot of things, man. It's just you got to get everybody on board.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
problem.
Well, we need to get the rich people that have been in power for a long time
on board.
out of there. Yeah, on
Right.
board. Yeah, like the people at Nestle, they're terrible people. All right, they're just awful.
Are they still
Are
dumping
awful.
stuff into Lake
Oh,
Michigan?
dude, of course they are.
Are they?
Of course they are. Yeah, the CEO of Nestle said
You
that
could-
water wasn't a basic human right. Are you kidding me? They're awful. They're
Oh.
awful. Yeah, yeah.
Don't-
Yeah.
Have somebody else speak for you.
But people are still over there buying their stuff because they
Yeah.
own everything. Anyway, don't get me started on that rant. I could go on forever about that. Let's see. Alan had an interesting one. Something that they'll look back in 50 years now and go, they did that.
Mhm.
You can earn money playing a sport. Interesting. Do you think we're going to have what we have now, sports world wise, in the future?
So
I
the
don't think
only
football will be around.
the only way this is going to go the way that he said is if robots are playing.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to play a sport without getting paid. Period. You're
Uh,
not putting your life on the line. You're not putting your joints and your health on the line and not get paid.
But
That's-
maybe that's what he means, is that all sports will be taken out because of either the brutality of it. Like we're just going to look back at football and be like, what a Neanderthal sport. And it'll just be all robots. All of the sports we watch will be robots. But doesn't that sound boring? Because can't you just make all the robots the best at everything?
Yeah. Yeah, and
So
it's just be
maybe-
a stalemate. You know
Yeah.
what? You're right on that. I think sports will always be a thing. I mean, if you
Because
think about it, gladiator days, I mean, there's always been a sport.
Yeah.
since day one, since humans have been
We've
breathing.
always competed.
We've always had a competition of some sort.
Yeah.
And it's, well, we'll just be honest. It started with the male because us males are
course.
very competitive.
My penis is bigger than your penis.
That's where it probably started.
Probably. Back in, it was Unga Bunga.
Yeah.
My penis
Oh,
is bigger.
oh.
My penis
Oh.
fill up loincloth. You, me,
You know?
your wife, my wife,
Me man big. You man more.
no. Yeah, it did. And it's, but all joking aside, though, they're always, unless you set up regulations with the robots. But again, though, that just seems, again, like you get a,
Yeah,
a
like
sta-
why
a
would you
stalemate.
why would that be interesting at that point?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just programming a game, basically.
So, but interesting take. There may be some, things that change for sure. Amanda, topic of the day, writing checks. Yeah, I think just paper in general. Paper 50 years from now, I think paper in general will just be
It's gonna
like
be out. Everything
out.
should be digital, everything.
like
I don't write checks
notepads and-
now. I think checks are already a thing of the past.
Again, once the boomers, I'm sorry, boomers. I know my parents are boomers, but once the boomers are gone, that's it. The checks will hopefully be gone forever
So-
and ever and ever.
So we put the boat in storage, and we had a few other vehicles that we put in storage, and my dad wrote a check, and that was the first time I'm probably years that I
Did
saw
he have
somebody
that-
write a check.
Question for you: did he have the long checkbook wallet thing? That
Yeah,
kinda sticks
yeah,
out
with
of
the pre-check, the like the post-it note pull off
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
He had that. He had that.
And again, that's not. I mean, I have like I told you, I have one checkbook in the house, and I write one check a year.
You know what she did?
That's it.
She grabbed that check and she put it in her pocket with confidence. I'm like, well, you don't even know us.
Yeah, yeah.
That's as good as money, really?
But I tell you what, though, if he's got one of those books, like the books with the perforated checks and everything, you're usually going to trust that guy.
He's
You know what
gonna
I
be,
mean?
trustful. But let's be honest with you, though. Isn't that an IOU?
Yeah, it is.
Professionally looking IOU?
Those are IOUs. You're going to want to hold on to that.
250,000.
Hold on to that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
IOU.
Well-
Here's a little piece of paper. It says I owe you this, and
Yep.
it's got a number on it with
Yep.
with the print of a bank.
Yep.
It looks fancy.
Yeah. But you're
just
right,
as
though.
good. Just as good. If your word is good,
Yeah.
you could literally put that on a post-it note and give it to that
Yep.
person and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm good
Right.
for this."
Swear. Or that you can take this post-it note and go to the bank, and they'll
Okay.
give you the money.
They'll give you the
all right?
money.
That's what it
swear.
is. I swear to God.
Oh,
A
weird thing.
neon post-it note that says, I owe this person $250,000.
Yeah.
That's
When's
weird.
the last time you accepted a check?
Oh, God.
Ever?
No, you know what? The last camper we sold, but it was a cashier's check. It was a cashier's check, and so
That's
that's
different.
a little bit different. That is different.
Mhm.
But like a handwritten check, maybe from my grandma on my
Yeah,
birthday.
I'm
was probably
thinking
the last
that's
time.
what I'm thinking.
And even then, I'm like, Grandma, come on, just give me
Yeah.
the cash. What are you doing?
I think the last check that I got was definitely in an envelope.
Yep. Yep.
Happy birthday.
Perfect. Now I got to go to the bank, Grandma. Why don't you just put the money in there?
Spend it all on casino.
Let's
That's
see. We got a couple more answers. What's something that's normal now, but will be seen as, wow, they did that in
Mhm.
50 years? Mike said pump gas into cars. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a very good answer.
Mhm.
Gas will hopefully be gone at that point.
That's the
Um,
fact. That gas will be gone
Yeah.
sooner than later.
Let's see. Tim said voice activated everything. In the future, it'll still be activated, or it'll be activated by mind. Well, that's an interesting. So voice activation will be a thing of the past.
She's talking about Neuralink.
Neuralink, 50 years.
Yeah, you'll be opening your phone, your garage door, your anything
It's-
you do nowadays.
So
Just
what I think is,
Think about it. It happens.
What I think is interesting for us as we have this conversation is because we look back at the 70s
Mhm.
and where we're at now, and obviously we have come leaps and bounds technology wise, but not as crazy as I think now, 50 years from now, because like you always say, it's exponential, and it keeps going faster and faster and faster and faster.
Mhm.
So I think it's hard for us right now to really think about what it's going to be like 50
Right.
years, because really when you look at where we're at, we're not that far removed from not having internet. We're not that far removed from not having smartphones.
Still
So-
kind of know what it's like without it.
right.
You know?
So it's hard for us to imagine what it's going to be like in 50 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I honestly think the tech and everything that's going to be given to you in the future is going to take away from personality. It's going to take away from you as an individual.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like all the stuff you have to do and go out and do because technology doesn't do it for you now, it creates personality, creates you got to go out and talk to people. You have to
Get that
you have to
human element in
conversate.
there.
You
Yeah,
have to
yeah. Yep.
wheel and deal. You have to think.
Yep.
It's good for your brain. It's good for your life and your body. And
Yeah.
when you're just sitting around not doing anything because it's all done for you.
Yeah.
I think
That's why I
life
don't like the-
expectancy might go down.
That's why I don't like the chip idea. It's just you're
You're not
taking
thinking for
away that
yourself
you-
at that point.
No, you're not. So
Everything's done for you. I kind of like it right now. Or maybe
that's
maybe-
where I'm at.
99. Let's go back to
If-
1999.
See, now here's the thing. I think what we have right now is great. Like really, everything that needs to be done is done.
It's done.
The only thing we need to fix is just our pollution issue. That's the only thing that I think we really need to work on. Again, going back to like my single use, I hope pollution. They look
Mhm.
back and spec. We're lucky we made it this far. Those idiots were just
What are you guys
jumping trash
doing?
everywhere, but pouring smog. I hope they look back at us, and if we can do anything, just be a lesson in what not to do.
That's the old Joe Rogan bit, man. We're bacteria on this piece
Yep.
of bread, and we're taking it over slowly.
Yeah.
But
Well,
but it's
hopefully-
happening. We're taking it over. We're killing it.
Hopefully, we can fix that before it's over, but we'll see. Because it's getting hotter, man. It's getting hotter. A couple more real quick. What's something that is normal now, but will be seen as, wow, they did that in 50 years? Like Josh's answer, the federal government had a prohibition on marijuana. Yep, that's a good one.
Mhm.
I think they'll look back. I mean, but we're kind of in that right now. Maybe it'll be all drugs, or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what drugs will be like in the
Hey,
future. You know, what I
Apparently,
mean?
Indiana still thinks marijuana is just absolutely.
Yeah, literally a border. And they're like, oh, don't you smoke it?
It's a mess. It's gonna kill
You
everybody.
dirty dog.
Shut
you
up, Indiana.
smoke it.
Out of all the states, you need it the most. Just saying.
You in Ohio and Illinois. Last one, I like lives, and I think we can all hop in on this. TikTok dances. How about just social media in general? Can we
Oh.
just chalk that up there?
Yeah.
TikTok and
That's a good answer.
Instagram and
That's a good
all
answer.
that.
Hey, you know what? We've mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again because maybe it'll save some people if they hear this right now. If you're young and dancing on TikTok, listen up. Right? Doesn't get deleted. That's in the ether, and it'll always be there.
Mhm.
100,000. That fool dancing in front of that camera.
Yep.
Us, you and I, Brock, are fortunate because you know what that's on?
Yep.
A VHS C tape.
Yep.
That you
I-
can't even get the converter for it anymore to put it in a VCR. It's gone
I can pull that tape out.
and burn it. You
Right.
kids nowadays need to understand that anything you do online never goes away.
Yep.
It'll always be there for
So next
somebody
time
to view. So think about that. Yeah, next time you're in front of the camera doing.
Future employer can see that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, we're going to take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. All right. Think we're good. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I hope we got to everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just see you guys on Monday. Cripes.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Have a good
Yep.
Halloween.
And if you're in
weekend.
the golf tournament, which I forgot to mention is sold out, by the way, we'll see you
Oh.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Sold out,
Yeah,
huh?
Sold out. Sold out. Yeah, we should probably mention that at some point today. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll see you guys next time.